Guide podcast.
Your home for the definitive Night of the Seven Kingdoms recap and review video.
We just wrapped up on episodes 4 and 5.
And man, the stakes for Dunk and Egg could never be higher. To the absolute tragedy of the Trial of Seven.
We're breaking it all down right now.
Let's get into the recap.
I never meant to lie.
Yeah, but you did. About everything, starting with your name.
Or if I'm...
No.
They didn't think I was doing anything wrong.
Of course you did. That's why you lied.
My uncle wants to see you after you're done eating.
I'm done now then. Already kicked one prince in the mouth. Told me to keep another one waiting.
I need not intend harm to do it. Aegon should have come to me when he saw what his blood was doing to those puppeteers.
There was no time on
Instead he ran for you, Sir Duncan. That was no kindness.
I wish I'd not killed him.
Trial by combat.
A trial of 7.
Then why not slay the rogue yourself?
See, Pops is just a warrior, you know what I'm saying? And his kids are soft, and he knows it. That's why he's trying to make them give him the children. They don't want to. They ain't just full of princes, you know? Only one really with the smoke is the littlest, youngest. Well,
And he in his house.
Aerion is within his rights.
yeah, you gotta go there and kick like that.
A trial of 7 must be held at dawn.
Whoa, you talking to your horses? Yeah. That's fucking mad.
7? That means battle axes and morning stars and lances of war.
I know what it means. I apologise.
All puppeteers.
His cousin is...
All knights vow to protect the innocent. Even edge knights, I assume. I am for you. You shan't die under my watch, sir. I promise you that.
Sir,
Hey! What are you doing?
I'm your squire, sir. We'll need someone to arm you.
That's right.
Does your father know where you've left the castle?
What? Well, my dreams are not like yours. Mine come true. And I have seen you, sir. And a fire. And a dead dragon. A great beast. With wings so large they could cover this meadow. They'd flown on top of you, but you were alive. The dragon was dead.
Where did she go? The next dawn. Well gone is well forgotten. The elm's alive, man. See how green the leaves are? That's some leaves, for certain. You remember the old shield rhyme? Oak and iron, guard me well. Or else I'm dead and doomed to hell.
Sirs, I am in your debt.
I always knew you meant trouble.
Cannot thank you enough.
Nor Sir Stefan for bringing you.
The fuck is the Stevron? Yep. Boy family.
I fought with Prince Aerion and the accusers. No, you told Sir Duncan to rely on you. Well, our prince would not have made me a lord elsewise, but for it thwarted Sir Duncan. I know great men who have traded their honor for far less. It was a bargain well struck.
In the name of the warrior, I charge you to be brave.
I will take Sir Duncan's side.
Do not panic. Remain in formation. Keep your mounts as long as you can.
What of the King's Guard? Take heart, Beesbury. I will handle the King's Guard. Their oath forbids them to harm a Prince of the Blood. Be vigilant.
They'll die.
Sir,
My lance, squire.
Rob me. Now hunt you down. The dogs.
That's their thing. Oh.
what the fuck are you doing? He's got to see you. He's doing it. If we can get him off the hill and some tails for his ransom. What my ass knees? What? Never seen a man die before.
We'll all be plundering that tomb for a dragon's age.
Great command.
Leave that boy be!
Ooh, Ser Arlan, man.
Loaded and everything. Come on, boy. And that's the same sword he got.
Get up.
What's going on in the mill? Let's go. A lot of people gonna be behind me. Something like that. Tell him.
I will kill them. And leave good men, Sir Duncan. Sir Raymond, my helm, if you would be so kind.
Oh, Lord.
Visors cracked. I feel this fear. This feel like wood.
Why is this crack? Oh my God. That man said his brains was cracked. He said, "Gee,
You guys, get up, sir.
We want to say rest in peace to Jesse Jackson, a hero.
Well, he was a stand-up guy as well. Jesse Jackson, rest your soul, rest easy, brother.
So we're going to take you guys to this next clip.
I enjoyed the clip because I like the honor of it all and how he knighted him, and even how Raymond stood up in the place of his cousin. He was done with him. He knew that Sir Stephen didn't live up to his word.
Man.
What happened in the book, because of that incident, he turned his apple green instead of a red apple to show his loyalty to Sir Duncan and his squad.
Exactly, man. And it was just a high power situation, and so we have a viewer that has a question. So let's get to the viewer. It looked like the viewer name is at Stormborn Rebellion, and they asked Lionel, Ser Arlan of Pennytree just used the any night can make a night rule to flip the bird at Prince Aerion. Looking at Baratheon history, like the fierce Ors Baratheon who founded the house, is Lionel's move just to knight Raymond in the mud a sign that House Baratheon values the warrior code over the royal bloodline and politics? And that's a good question, you know. I mean, from Robert all the way back to Ors, you know. What you think, you know?
I think he had the right.
Yeah, that they value the warrior's code over the royal bloodline and politics. Like you said, man, that man just wanted to just get in the mix because it had been historic since, had been a long time since a battle like that took place. And so he just wanted to participate so he could be part of the history. We had a comment from a viewer. It says Stormborn Rebel, and they just made this statement. This moment echoes the founding of House Baratheon. This is what they're saying about the question. Ors Baratheon was a man of the people who respected strength over honor, titles, and whatnot. Lionel's decision to knight Raymond wasn't just a legal loophole, it was a philosophical statement that true knighthood is born in the mud and the heart, not in the king's court. This act officially split the fossil waves line forever, proving that a Baratheon's word carries as much weight as a Targaryen's crown. Wow. Man, that was a good statement from Stormborn Rebel.
Correct.
Yeah,
I
so
agree.
check this out, y'all.
Don't! What the fuck are you doing?
Ray.
Jon.
Leave that boy be!
A backdrop of himself, because in the book it didn't have any of this in there. It just spoke about the jousting. I could appreciate how we were introduced to Rafe. I wasn't expecting that clip. It was very powerful and very shocking from the moment that we met both of them. She's giving history. She telling him, you know, it's time to leave up out of here. The rats, you've seen the whole visual of Flea Bottom. I've never seen Flea Bottom like that either. So like gave you a real introspective what Flea Bottom was about, like especially after the war. People missing limbs and, you know, kids, everybody just running around wild, and there's a lot going on.
And see, it wasn't, it don't look like the race story was all the way in the book. They may have talked about a couple characters in the book, but did they go deep into Rafe, or did they explain, or was that something new?
That was something new. So far, they have no mention of rape. No one from his past except for Ser Arlan. Yeah, Flea Bottom was mentioned just that he might not have knew how to fight like a knight, but he knew how to like fist fight. He learned how to fight from growing up in that environment,
Right.
basically. Or like for knights, it's 3 different charges. It's as we seen when the Laughing Storm knighted Raymond, they have the father, the mother. Like this is called the mother. I can see why it's called the mother, because that charge is to defend the young and innocent, which protects all women. So for this to be called the mother.
So yeah, we had a question from a viewer, and it said Flea Bottom first asked, Rafe was the one who pushed Dunk to stop waiting for a mother who wasn't coming back and to start living for himself. Do you think Rafe is the reason Dunk eventually chose to follow Ser Arlan? Or was he just running away from the grief of losing her? I don't know. That's a good question. Thanks to the question from viewer Flea Bottom first. But we do know what happened is he did eventually choose Ser Arlan, and it can seem like he was following him to get away from Flea Bottom, to get away from thinking about that. I mean, as the wound is still in his arm, still in his leg, he's following him to the point he's about to die. For him to make that decision, and ultimately, he ended up following Ser Arlan. I mean, you want to add something to it? Real quick, another viewer added this, the Ordinance of the Vow. And you can tell me what you think about this. The episode title, In the Name of the Mother, comes from the moment Ser Arlan Pennytree saved Dunk from the men who killed Rafe. What you think? Talk about how Dunk adapted this phrase as his moral compass. He isn't just a knight of the king. He's a knight of the mother who protect the innocent because he couldn't protect Rafe. That's a good point. What you got anything to add to that?
Yeah. I just think, in that episode, even the gentleman that was passing was speaking about his mother, that made Dunk, reflect back on his mother. He didn't even want to leave Flea Bottom because he was thinking his mother may come back. And so Rafe kind of jarred him out of that. Mm-hmm. And then when Ser Arlan came in to protect them for the mother charge for the innocent and the young, I think them was probably some of the only words he knew. Because if you listen to him, he like, I don't know no words. He never knew like a lot of words, as they would say.
Well, when Ser Arlan kicked in the door, that's the first thing he said, in the name of the mother, and he got one long. And so that is right of being not only a knight for the crown, but also a knight for the mother, And that's kind of what, that was kind of Dunk's creed from being around Ser Arlan.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. And then also we have the Dornish connection, right? What y'all think? The visual similarities between Rafe and Tinsel.
Well, I spoke about that during the episode when we were watching it. I'm like, she resembles Tinsel. Do you think that has something to do with him saving Tinsel? Do you think that has something to do with him having a crush on Tinsel when he first seen her? Not just by her being tall, but their features have similarities.
Right.
Right, and so that was like his first love. And so I could see why he would be interested in Tinsel.
It said the show intentionally cast Rafe to look like she could be of Dornish descent like Tinsel. This added an extra layer to the story. Dunk didn't just fall for Tinsel because she was too tall. He fell for her because she reminded him of the first person he ever loved and lost. And that, that's true. What you think? Want to add something to that?
Well, if you compare how he went berserk when he found out that someone was harming Tinsel, he didn't even go on a date or nothing with this young lady, you know what I mean? But just by knowing that someone was, it wasn't just it was more than just fighting for the innocent. You could see that the passion of it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And he was fighting because he wasn't able to fight for Rafe like
Couldn't
that.
save her.
That's pretty deep.
And so it made sense. Once it all comes together, it made sense.
Now, being that we're talking about the Doris Tinsel connection, what about her leaving?
Well, I was just saying how it probably fueled him to go ahead and fight in the tourney because of the connection, because he lost his first love in the same way that Tinsel, even though she left, you know, she was safe, I believe. You know, like, he couldn't save, like you mentioned before, he couldn't save Rafe, so at least he saved Tinsel in a way.
He did.
He saved her life, you know what I'm saying? And then she got away. She got out there wrapped, and the Targaryen, he took the brunt of it.
Exactly, like a real knight supposed to. And so, we have a viewer at Dornish Rose 88 asks, they say, Doc literally put his life on the line and is facing a trial of 7 to defend Tinsel's honor. Did it feel like a gut punch when he found out she fled to Dorne without even saying goodbye? Or was she right to get out while she still had her life? I mean, man, at the end of the day, self-preservation is the #1 law of the land. Nobody want to admit it, but it's the truth. People want to live in coulda, woulda, shoulda, and that ain't the case. And Tinsel understood the #1 rule of the land is self-preservation, and so when she had a chance to flee, man, she brought wide, man. Just like, you know, that man, Dunk made the right decision. You know, he put his life on the line for Tinsel. Tinsel got in the wind, man. And now he got to fight the trial of 7. He left with the bag, man, and Tinsel's safe in Dorne. But that's what the knight is supposed to do. He fight for the mother. You see her hand, the warrior. Yeah, the maiden, all of them. And so, like you said, the 3 charges, man. And so, you know, did he do the right thing? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I feel she did the right thing. Not even, I mean, I guess it can be self-preservation, yet she suffered a lot. She got her finger broke behind, you know, she suffered a lot. And when the chance was time to go, it's time to go. Like, I mean, we learned in other Game of Thrones situations where people that don't leave can end up in even worse of situations.
Yeah, that's the truth, man. You know? She had to leave, man. That was the time. She was smart. Why stick around and get charged with treason and end up getting hung, man?
That part.
And then, you know, at the end of the day, man, you know, that he did his job. He did his duty. All he did was protecting the innocent. He did it. She was able to get away. And that's what the knight's life was supposed to be about, man. Chivalry, you know?
And she did her duty as well. She did exactly what she said she was going to do.
Yep.
She painted his sigil. She did everything she did, and it was time to go. Man. When it's time to go, it's time to go. You got to know when to leave the place, the person, or whatever the case may be. Them is life lessons.
That's real life, man. That's real life shit, man. And so
she gonna stick around for what? Like you said, to get hung?
Yeah, that's the only thing that was going to happen. She committed treason. And then, especially after he lost too, somebody got to pay. If they would have seen her, she was going to get mad. Ooh. So, yeah, she did the right thing, and Duncan did the right thing. That's what it's all about, man. He's a knight. He did what was right. He did his duty.
To live another day. They both were able to live another day. That's the most important thing, right?
Yeah, that's what they're
That's self-preservation right there.
And yeah, so we got the next clip for you guys. The next clip is called The Mud and the Blood.
That's from him, so they didn't go.
No, like here's the direction. One of them was that thing.
That's right knocking off the hood.
You gotta let it show you know what's gonna happen, bro.
Get up! Get up, sir!
One on one, you know? How it was meant to be.
Get up! Get up, sir!
But I wonder why he didn't go to kill him. Why didn't he go over there and do it? Make sure he didn't get up.
Get up, sir, that's good!
She reason why I did him?
Get up!
He might have was there.
At first I thought he was on the champ that did
So wait.
the longest waist you can yell, shit. And now the people on the chant. I just slap them.
You know, they were not doing they were started on that, man. They were not doing all that. You know what I'm saying? Now we get the chant and people chant for shit. Just witnessed the clip of the brutal fight between Dunk and Brightflame. Man, it was crazy. So we got a question from a viewer, Aerion Hater _KNT, and they asked, Prince Aerion literally stabbed Dunk 4 times and tried to gouge his eye out with a broken lance. Is he the most sadistic Targaryen we ever seen yet? Also, how did Dunk manage to keep fighting with his guts practically hanging out? Is he superhuman or just too angry to die? Is Aerion Brightflame the most sadistic Targaryen?
No.
Yeah, that's a hard no. You had McCool. And there's plenty of sadistic Targaryens before him.
And you had Daenerys' brother. He was very sadistic, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
The things he was doing to his sister.
But yeah, the most sadistic Targaryen in history, that's kind of a stretch. Even Visenya, you know, they said she was kind of like that, real into the arcane magics and spells and arts and things like that.
No, Aemon.
Yeah.
Aemon, could be not necessarily sadistic, but well, I mean, he tried to kill his brother with a dragon.
And he killed the whole village.
Sprayed him.
Yeah, with the with Redgrass when it burnt down everything. So yeah, he don't even compare to Aemon Targaryen whatsoever. He don't compare to Daemon either, you know what I mean? Even though, I wouldn't call them sadistic, but they had a certain type of Targaryen royal anger, you know what I mean, with dragons, so yeah, that's a stretch for that.
Yeah, well, they all feel entitled. They all feel like they're a dragon in human form in some way or another.
Mm-hmm. And I can see that connection where he feels that way. But he ain't even that tough. You see, he got beat up by Dunk, so.
Well, he doing too much, and he didn't even have a dragon. The ones that had dragons,
Yeah.
they weren't even as, you know what I'm saying? Daemon would get off his dragon and fight you head to toe. You feel me?
Absolutely, and he just had his imagination. He thought he was a dragon born in human form or something. He was
above the program.
Yeah, he thought he was bigger than the program, man.
He effed around and found out.
Yes, he did. Aerion truly believed he was a dragon in human form, see. This wasn't a duel to him, it was an extermination. His behavior here is the expert link to why the Targaryens eventually fell. The total lack of empathy for the small folks, and that is true. And you're going to see even in his era, they still haven't learned. They haven't took the histories from when the dragon still fall. Even actually what he was when he broke Oberyl's finger about. That's what it was, and they still ain't learning the lesson, and so that's kind of the link right there in itself. And so they discussed the toll of the trial. You know, graphic injuries, man. Like I think it's in that book, The Night of the Seven Kingdoms, Dunk is physically wrecked after the fighting. I think we wanted to touch on that, you know. He takes hits that would have killed a normal man, you know, like they say, you know, Dunk is thick as a castle wall, and it could be like, that natural part is literal, because, the discussion is he a descendant of a legendary bloodline, you know, that make him tall and give him like a unnatural strength, because how was he able to absorb? That man got poked up a whole lot and took a lance in the eye, you know what I mean? And so
he got poked like a pincushion. But I think that, you know, at the end of the day, his adrenaline, he's built that way.
Mm-hmm.
He had his second wind, and when, you know, his anger took over and it was on and cracking. That man was fighting for his life, literally.
Yeah.
So he didn't have a choice but to, like, either get up, you know, stand for something, or fall for anything. So he stood up and stood tall for what he believed in.
Absolutely. And so I think we coming down to the wire here. We got one more clip, man. The clip above clips.
When he's not tending to my brother.
Grace.
Well, the brother's ass too.
I am your man. Please. Your man.
I need good men, Sir Duncan.
Man, damn.
Ripley ain't going off.
Man, damn. Damn.
No, you guys. Get up, sir. Get up, sir. No.
Man, that was a powerful clip. Man, y'all, we just seen that clip with Baelor, man. And it's a sad day of affairs. We want to say rest in peace to Baelor Breakspear, man. Real quick, we got a question from a viewer. Head heir to the throne asked, Baelor won the trial for Dunk, but he acted strange. When he takes the helm off, is that the moment the Targaryen dynasty officially died? And that's kind of a good question, though. Because, you know, he would have been a good king. He was going to be a great king. He was just, you know, he was open-handed, open-minded, open-hearted.
He might be a last of a dying breed, I'll put it that way, right? Because he was a noble guy.
Right. And over there.
Oh, okay.
I mean, because like when that man, when he took that helmet off, y'all look, let's check this out, man. Let's check out this clip real quick, man. God, good. And there you have it, man. Rest in peace to Prince Baelor, man. That was just so graphic, man. What you think about how graphic it was?
Well, everything that happened on the show happened in the book, but I didn't think that they would actually show it the way that it was described in the book. So that was shocking for me. You actually see his head. That was terrible. And then now Dunk feels so bad. He done got the hand of the king killed, basically.
And is it something you want? And then just add a wrinkle that you want to add from the book that we missed, as far as how Baelor wasn't even supposed to participate in the trial and whatnot.
His son had equipped him with his helm and armor and such, so that's how he ended up even being able to get into the tourney and fight.
Yeah, and so just some discussions that, you know, came up online. Like one We want to pull up this, it says, y'all, that final shot of the helmet coming off is going to haunt me forever. Seeing Baelor Breakspear, the man who was literally the hammer to Meager's Anvil at the Redgrass Field, died at the hands of his own brother's mace. Is the ultimate Targaryen tragedy. Rest in peace to Baelor Breakspear, man. What you think? You agree?
I mean, it's terrible. I don't think that his brother had to do him the way he did him, whether they was an attorney or not. Like, he's still the hand of the king. That's still your brother.
Man. You would think, and so at least to the next, like, look.
Was it on purpose?
Man, was Maker's strike truly an accident? Or did a lifetime of being the younger brother and living in Baelor's shadow come out of one moment of battlefield rage? Maker say he doesn't even remember the blow, which is almost scarier. He was so desperate to get his son Aerion that he didn't care who had to go through even his own blood. Think about the history here. Baelor was the perfect heir. He was the bridge between the Targaryens and Dorne. With him gone, the entire line of succession shifted towards the Mad King heir. This wasn't just a death, it was the moment the hope of the realm died in the mud. And so that's pretty deep, you know?
Well, it don't sound like he didn't go out without a fight, because he said the maester had to tend to his brother before he even came to tend to Duncan. So it's not like he just sat down and let him whoop on him, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They both was out there as older gentlemen. They wasn't just no young men out there fighting and battling, you know?
And I think we seen the blow struck that did it, I think. We're gonna go to it real quick. Bam. And so yeah, y'all, we just seen the clip. We think we seen Meager strike the fatal blow to Baelor right there in the clip, and so we're gonna have, you guys tell us what you think. And so yeah, so rest in peace to Baelor Breakspear, good man of the realm. They lost a good one, and I think Synnamon wanna send you guys out with a good word.
Yes, because the book was very accurate on this part of the story, so I appreciate that. So, in memory of Baelor, House of Targaryen, Prince of Dragonstone, Hand of the King, Protector of the Realm, and heir apparent to the Iron Throne of the Seven Kingdoms of Westeros, went to the fire in the yard of other great houses, might choose to bury their dead in the dark earth or sink them in the cold green sea. But the Targaryens were the blood of the dragon. He had been the finest knight of his age, and some argue that he should have gone to face the dark clad in mail and plate, a sword in his hand. In the end, though, his royal father's wishes prevailed. R.I.P. Baelor.
This was for you, man. Rest in peace, man.
Until next time, we'll see you guys next week for the grand finale. So be here for episode 6.
Peace.
Ciao.